welcome back to 726. You know, from time to time we like to encourage people to call us to be a guest on the show, and if you'd like to do that. And what's the criteria? Do you know?
Anything.
Not much. Just all the above or all of the below?
If you have something interesting or something going on in the community, even the surrounding community, we encourage you to give us a call, 741-4891, and tell us about it. Or, tell us you want to be a guest on the show, and we'll see about booking. We'll see about booking you.
Yeah, we always like to book interesting people. And our next guest...
Wait, one moment. Well, something we forgot to throw in, which I'm going to backtrack for just a second. Bill Walker, who is here with the American Smokehouse Company, said that they are also on Facebook, American Smokehouse CO. Right? Isn't that what he said?
That's what he said.
Okay, so I wanted to get that out before I forgot. Now, we have this fabulous guest with us. A friend of mine that works at Alpena School contacted me about you and wanted to see if we could put you on the show. So we're thrilled to have Will Wlech with us.
Thank you.
Now tell us a little bit about what did you do? You're runner-up in the National FFA convention, but what does that entail?
You enter it through science fair, and the science teacher at Alpena, he's my dad, and what we do is you enter a project. You do it in a number of categories, and in these categories I picked engineering because I work for a farmer out near Alpena, and I decided to make an automatic cattle gate for him. Because he's getting older, and as he gets older, it's harder to get out and do your activities whenever you have something wrong. Like a couple summers ago, he busted out a hip, and he had trouble doing his gates.
Right.
So I was looking at that, and I was saying, well, it'd be really nice if I had something that could keep from him having to go through all that extra trouble, because you got to get down off your tractor and get back on your tractor, get back down off your tractor, close it, and then go all the way back and get back on it. And I didn't want to use electricity. Because, when the power goes out, we had the ice storm right around that time, and all the power was just gone.
True.
And so I went about getting a design for it. And I was just looking at all the standard gates, just the one where you unchain it and it swings open. And I kind of used that first, and I decided to make one that kind of looked like that. But the design I eventually came up with was one that had a gate standing up, just like a regular one, and then it had one laying flat on the ground. And they were attached. And what you'd do is you'd drive your vehicle up on top of the one laying flat on the ground, and you'd push the one standing up down with the front of your vehicle.
Okay.
And then springs would pull up the back half.
Wow.
It's just springs, and it just worked like that. And then when it's like that, it was already ready for the next one to come back through.
Awesome.
That's too simple.
It was very simple, but
is there anything like that out there?
No, sir.
That's amazing.
I haven't notarized all my stuff notarized, and I'm going to get an intent to patent soon.
Wow!
And that was one of the questions.
When you're talking about that, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to use solar power. He's going to have a little remote control.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I wanted to stay away from.
Sure,
because without power, then it's kind of useless, and you have trouble getting to your cattle.
People don't think about the simple things anymore, do they? They think about, well, listen, we'll just plug that in, and then we'll have a wireless remote over here. We'll do this and that. Yeah. So, you had to really had to strain your brain to go into that simple area, didn't you?
Well, it took a bit, but it just kind of worked around. Just looking at it, you just kind of.
What were some of the problems you ran into? From the thought process, you thought, well, it's going to work really easy. Did it work that easy?
Well, kind of. I spent 2 years working on just the model. Getting all my little quirks, as many as I could, worked out while it was just a model. And I went to Dr. Springer at U of A to ask it for a little bit of advice. And originally I just used a linear spring system, which is just, it sounds complicated, it's not. It's a regular stretch spring. It was connected to them both to where when you pushed it down, it'd come up.
Right.
He advised, he'd worked with some torsional springs, which are kind of twists. Like if you open a paper box, you can look down there in the corner.
They twist.
It twists.
Yeah, okay.
But if you notice, when you let go of a paper box handle, it slams shut really hard.
Yeah, really hard.
They're much stronger than a linear spring. And
so you need some pneumatic something to go along with it, or
no? Well, it was he just advised putting 2 of those on there, just to increase the strength of the spring system, because when you have 2 things laying flat, you require a lot of strength to pull it from flat to up.
Right.
Just that initial energy is a lot, but once it starts going, it's fine. You just have to get it going, and that's one problem I did experience whenever I was out with the prototype I made 2 years ago, and was that it was hard to get back up. It was hard to pull all the way up, and what I did is I added 2 more linear springs. Other than that, the only problems I experienced were people asking multiple vehicles coming in at one time.
Right.
So I added.
So if you have 2, when it goes up, you can't.
Right.
He can't go anymore.
Person couldn't go
he
through.
Couldn't go through. Right.
Right. And so I added on extensions to where whenever you drive over it, another vehicle can put its tires on the front on those extensions,
right.
where it just holds down.
So you kind of go over so far and you wait for the other car to.
Okay.
Because that way
cool.
it's all mechanical, So you don't have to any wait time or anything.
Yeah.
And then I had a problem with bending. The tractor treads on a tire are massive. I wasn't.
The actual gate bending.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And so what I did is I put flat sheets of metal across it, and that way the tires would just push down on that instead of pushing down on the bars. Other than that, they tend to go all right. And I plan to market it at some point.
Now, you took this to the National Convention for FFA, and where was that? Tell us about
Indianapolis, Indiana. We go up there in a bus, and we just do whatever we can fit in. We went to the Speedway, and then the Indianapolis Speedway. We got to drive around and do a little tour. We also had some other competitors up there for our agronomy team. Mr. Adams does a bunch of teams, and that team made nationals. And we would take them to their competition, and around that time we'd take me and another girl from our school to our competition, which is the Agri-Science Fair, which is where I had my gate entered. And
were people impressed with that?
Yeah, they usually are.
It's just so simple,
Yeah, it's like they sit there and they're like, I should have thought of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
Why did that never occur to me?
And you wonder when those I should have thought of that ideas come to an end.
Yeah.
But they probably never will.
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
Yeah. Because we're all thinking too way, way, way out of the box when we should be concerned about the problem. How's the simplest way to solve it?
Well, our focus is on you, but I have to ask, what won? Do you know what won? You were runner-up.
He was actually right next to me. His name was Riyadh Sims. He was from Georgia, and he was distilling water. He was getting a new method of distilling water.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, who did?
Which is more of a global, exciting, big thing. But yours is just a gate.
Right, and that's
I mean, I know that's an awesome idea.
Right, but
of course,
my main focus is on the farmers.
Yeah.
Right.
If I get a bunch of farmers for judges,
then you would have been exactly.
Yes, they much a better chance.
You're not going to save the world with a gate.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
It's just to help the people get to their job easier.
Exactly.
What kind of money did you spend on this?
Actually, I didn't spend much money at all. We spent a little bit of money for my little host clamps and stuff, but a lot of stuff was donated by the farmer who let me put the prototype on his farm, and also from our ag department, which donated the metal to me that they weren't using.
Good.
Wow,
great. And they actually did the welding for me also, welding the gate together, and because they're much better at it. The people down there are very, very good at welding.
Is there anyone that's interested in your idea that's wanting to manufacture this?
No one said anything about that. I know people are interested in getting one. They've come to me asking when I was going to start putting them out, and I'm hoping to put them out sometime. I don't know when. I want to get all the quirks worked out first.
Right.
There's just a few more, but I want to get them down. And after that, maybe I'll manufacture some.
How old are you, Will?
I'm 17.
So do you have another year of school, or are you a senior?
No, I'm a junior. I have my senior year left.
So will you enter something again next year? Will you
I'll be
I mean, are you already thought process? Because this took you 2 years. You said
it took me 4 years.
Okay.
2 years for the prototype, and then 2 more years on the model, and then 2 years on the prototype.
So you have something.
I'm going to finish it up this year. I want to make it available for all truck sizes, because they come in such different lengths and different heights. As soon as I get that down, and then it'll be marketable at that point.
Wow.
The greatest ideas are problems of people like you that recognize a problem and then offer simple solutions. So.
And like I said, I just want to help out the farmers. It's nothing big. It's just a little something to help them get through their job a little easier.
Did you win a scholarship of any kind, or?
No scholarships. I've won money from awards given at national and at state competitions. And,
Cool. Well, we appreciate you being here. That's an awesome story.
That's
an awesome story. And we appreciate you coming in day for Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
You going to stick around here or are you going somewhere?
Stick around right
Okay. Now, where do you live? Because I might want to come over and eat some turkey. Appreciate knowing you, Will. Thank you so much for being here. Great idea. Keep up the good work. And
you can always come back. You can
always come back. Let us know what he's doing, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Our last guest is Dave Fenton. He's going to be talking about Flint Hills Discovery Center. He'll be talking about that. Stay with us.